This is KGW News at 11.
And thanks for joining us tonight. I'm John Adams. One person is dead and another in critical condition after a crash on I-5 in Clark County. As Sydney Dorner found out, the two were trying to help first responders with a different crash.
At 10 p.m. on Friday night, a couple got out of their car to help a driver who just got into an accident on I-5. Their decision to be good Samaritans resulted in one of them being killed by a suspected impaired driver. Now troopers are pleading with the public to be mindful right before the holiday.
Don't drink and drive. Don't drive high. Don't consume anything that impairs your ability to operate a motor vehicle safely along the roadway.
Washington State Police are grappling with an awful pattern. People under the influence continue to crash into emergency and work zones
And allow us to do our job safely because we don't want folks to get injured out there.
On Friday night, a suspected impaired driver sped into fire trucks parked on the side of I-5 near milepost 17. Crews were on the scene of a previous crash when another car came up from behind and crashed into the fire truck. It missed two firefighters, but the car hit two bystanders who were helping with the original crash.
Firefighters actually had to grab that original motorist that had crashed and grab them and had to jump out of the way to avoid being hit themselves.
One died at the scene. The other was taken to a Vancouver hospital. Washington State Police say they want to see these senseless deaths stop, but they need the public's help.
Please slow down when you're passing those emergency lights. Move over if you can. And if you can't, please just give us as much room as possible by moving over in your lane as far as possible as you pass us. And then always put the cell phone down and wear your seatbelt.
Now the person who struck the couple was arrested and taken to Clark County Jail for vehicular homicide and vehicular assault. Back to you.
Turning now to the weather, today was the best day we've seen so far this holiday weekend, with a little more of those blue skies and warmer weather to go along with it. Meteorologist Joe Ranieri has a look at what our Memorial Day is going to look like. Joe.
More of the same, but again, I should say there will be a little bit of a difference heading into tomorrow with a little bit more of some cloud cover at times. But despite the cloud cover, John, we're still going to be looking at a warm Memorial Day. Throughout the morning hours, temperatures will be right around the mid-50s. By midday, a little bit of more of those cloudy conditions, temperatures in the mid to the upper 60s, on our way to highs in the low 70s. I think a lot of us will be anywhere from about that 73 to 75, even that 77 range. So 3-4 degrees range where it's going to be sunny and pleasant a good portion of the afternoon. And the reason why is that ridge of high pressure that's in place. But we do have some changes that will be moving onshore heading into Tuesday with increasing cloud cover and some wet conditions. But a lot of models are been kind of showing that the rain is going to be arriving by the later part of the afternoon and evening. So Memorial Day will be a little bit warmer. Showers return Tuesday. Again, the heaviest rain that we'll see later on this week will be arriving Tuesday night and into Wednesday. Warmer and drier later on in the week with daytime highs getting in the mid to the upper 70s. So as we look at Futurecast tomorrow morning, there will be some areas of clouds early tomorrow, and those kind of high clouds increase throughout the morning and into the afternoon. But all in all, it is going to be a pleasant end to the holiday weekend and for Memorial Day. I'll talk more about your detailed forecast about 10 minutes from now.
Okay, Joe, we'll see you later in the show. We have an alert for those on the Oregon coast. The state government is shutting down mussel harvesting across the entire north coast. This extends from Seal Rock State Park to the Washington border. The department says it's due to reported illnesses consistent with paralytic shellfish poisoning. Harvesting remains open south of Seal Rock. The Department of Agriculture will test for shellfish toxin twice per month. Mussels will need to test below the closure limit twice in a row before state officials can reopen the coast for harvesting.
It's just time for me to go out and just drink some beer like this at happy hour time.
Oregon's craft beer community is mourning the loss of Art Lawrence. He passed away this morning at the age of 80. Lawrence co-founded Portland Brewing Company and Cascade Brewing. He also co-founded the Oregon Brewers Festival and helped pass Oregon's brew pub law. Lawrence grew up in Hillsborough and credited his father with sparking his interest in beer. In the statement announcing his death, Oregon Brewers Festival says Art's legacy lives on in every brew pub and every can, bottle, and pint of Oregon craft beer. Funeral arrangements will be announced in the near future.
Pearl Harbor until 45. I got home in November 45.
More than 80 years ago, American soldiers went to battle in the Pacific. This Memorial Day weekend, we heard from one sailor who spent 4 years on a ship during World War II. As Ashley Grams learned, this veteran joined the war as a teen.
These pages tell the story of a sailor.
Yeah, I remember.
Who fought for American freedom in the South Pacific during World War II.
That's me, and that's A.B. Hoffman. I was born in 24. I must have been about 20. Here is my ship.
You heard that right. Andrew Naylor was born in 1924. This May, he celebrated his 100th birthday.
I've been very blessed. I've been very blessed.
Was suddenly and deliberately attacked.
Naylor was only 17 years old when Japan attacked Pearl Harbor.
They sunk our battleships, gunned down all our planes, killed a bunch of our people, and we were ready to go over there and get even.
He enlisted in Klamath Falls, Oregon, and so did his father.
My son's in, and I want to back him up, and he stayed in the Army.
At 42 years old, his dad joined the Army. Young Naylor was first sent to the USS Kitty Hawk, a cargo ship, before transferring to a destroyer less than a year later.
We had five 38-inch guns.
He spent the next 3 years on this ship, the USS Heerman. Naylor was a machinist mate first class.
I survived it. A lot of my shipmates didn't.
Including his best friend. Naylor says a piece of shrapnel killed him.
It went right clear through him, killed him right on the spot. And then there were 7 other guys who were killed at the same way on my ship.
He was almost at every major conflict they had in the South Pacific.
Mark began researching his father's naval career in the Battle of Leyte Gulf about a decade ago, learning just how hard he fought.
Can you imagine at the age of 17 being on a warship, fighting for your life and for your country, and doing it with purpose?
For nearly 4 years, Naylor was in the heat of battle, fighting for the country he loved and the sailors by his side.
I was one of the lucky ones that made it. I don't think I'm a good enough guy to really be worthy of it, but I'm thankful.
What an incredible man. Well, Andrew is enjoying his 100th year of life out in Boring, Oregon. His children are continuing to document his life, working to pass down his legacy to the next generation. For KGW News, I'm Ashley Grams.
Okay, Ashley, thank you. Among the various Memorial Day weekend events that took place today was the Multnomah County Fair. Today marked day 2, and it was La Familia Day. Entry into the park is free, and there are some free rides available as well. Kids also enjoyed the petting zoo, which featured a wide range of animals.
I'm here so that people who live in the city, they can come and see the goats and all the other animals. So we bring animals here like chickens, bunnies, goats.
The Multnomah County Fair has been in existence since 1906. It will also be open from noon to 7 p.m. on Memorial Day tomorrow. For those planning to visit some popular swimming spots on Memorial Day, you can expect to see some lifeguards. AMR River Rescue will be patrolling the Glen Otto Park on the Sandy River and High Rocks Park on the Clackamas. The team is made up of 23 lifeguards who are also EMTs. They were there on Friday to educate people on ways to stay safe on the water.
Our Oregon rivers are super hazardous, so always wear a life jacket, always swim with a buddy, make sure you're pairing up, and even if you can't get out here, make sure someone knows where you are all the time.
This team of lifeguards will patrol the 2 parks daily until Labor Day weekend. And a reminder for commuters who take public transportation. On Monday, TriMet is running all buses and MAX trains on their Sunday schedules because of the Memorial Day holiday. There's also no West service. Portland Streetcar will run on its Saturday schedule.